What is up, everyone? So today is try number 2. Try number 2 on dyno tuning Brian's LS E46.
Yes. I don't know if I feel better this time or the last time.
Yeah, because like the first time you're on a dyno, you're like, you know, if anything goes wrong, I could deal with it. But the second time, you're like, this better work.
Yeah, this thing better work this time. But yeah, no, we're back. We're hopefully better than ever. We got
brand new
Texas Speed roller rockers, and I got some new push rods because they're a different ratio. And when you change anything valve train related, you have to remeasure that. So yeah, I think we're pretty much ready to go now. So if you guys aren't familiar with the build, this is a 6-liter 4th gen LY6 square port heads or rectangular port heads, whatever you guys want to call them. Full Texas Speed package, right? We have dual valve springs, titanium retainers. We have a BFD camshaft. The heads are fully CNC ported by our buddy JP. Yes, aggressively ported.
Aggressively.
I love it.
Aggressively decked heads for a little more compression.
That's true.
And then the bottom end's basically stock, just fully refreshed.
Yeah, all new bearings, rings, everything.
So today we are tuning this thing on a Link ECU. We have a full D-Works fuel system. Besides that, wiring specialties harness, and we should be good to go. I'm expecting great things today.
Hoping for great things. Donald, get the toast.
Why toast?
Because we're about to make the jam!
Brian, no jam's gonna be made with that kind of start.
The battery cable is loose, calm down.
Ooh! Love that.
Easy, you just started it. Easy.
Perfect.
All right, so let's look at the previous data, right? So last time we were on the dyno, we had a couple successful pulls. The most successful pull we had, we left off at 480 horsepower. Look at this curve. It's beautiful, right? Right when we started to get our things together, we then ended up doing a pull and the power tanked off mid-run. You see it just fall off. I mean, look at it compared to the previous run. All that power, gone, right? That's where we lost the rocker arm. Engine started to misfire, lost a bunch of power, it sucked, right? So, 500, 500, that's the goal. Let's try and hit it.
Oh yeah. For all the haters out there, the last time and this time, Jimmy put in way more aggressive dyno settings, so they should be way more comparable to DynoJet. This is my first time seeing this thing actually run like this, so I'm super stoked to see what it does.
The throttle response on this engine is ridiculous. This thing feels like it has ITBs. That's insane.
See a pull.
I don't care what you want.
I want to see a pull.
Let's check this thing out. So we made less power that time. I'm gonna give Brian the camera. So let me clear up the maps here. So we're gonna use our best run last time as a baseline, all right?
Yep.
It's a little all over the place here. A little less power here, a little more power there, and all of a sudden it kind of just flattens out. You can tell this isn't really a natural line. You should see this want to climb a little bit more. So something is preventing it from falling a little bit farther. So we're gonna dig through the tune and try and figure out what might be causing this, and just go from there, right?
Yep.
Let's try and make some more power. All right, so we get some weird data from this, right? So I did a couple of small things, nothing major, and we got a pretty different result. So check this out.
And then it kind of drops for a second, comes back.
There's no reason why we should see that dramatic of a change throughout the graph. Let's do another pull to see if we can get it repeatable and go from there, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
A few moments later.
All right, so now we have some consistent data to work with and we can go off of that. So right now we're making 450 horsepower and 456 foot-pounds of torque, which is great. Just not as high as it was before. Now, is that a weather thing, drivetrain thing, tune thing, dyno thing? We gotta find out. There's a couple more tests we gotta do, a couple more things to swing to see how it responds. And well, right now I'm happy. It's a healthy pull. The drivetrain sounds sick. And well, let's try and make some more power and keep this thing together. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right, so I don't mean to just do pulls and talk, but that's kind of how this goes. But we did a couple pulls and it doesn't want to make more than 445, 450, right? 446 is kind of like the number, right? The 480 you see there is that really good run we had last time. Looks like we're missing about 30 horsepower throughout the whole top of the range. Now, what did we change, right? The only thing we changed was the push rods and the rockers.
Yeah.
So something has to be wrong with that. I went over the tune a million times. Everything's clean. We went through all that. The possibility is, at this point, push rod length, right?
Yeah, the relationship between the camshaft and the valve opening.
There's two things we could talk about, right? One, Brian does have a full valve job and a whole head job, which means technically the push rod length between valves could be different. We only checked one valve.
JP specifically said that it's 5 thou on every valve.
Okay, well, it happens. It's a possibility. This does happen at machine shops, whatever. So that could be a thing. We only checked one valve, the first one. Did go on the soft side of preload, so we could potentially have slightly too short of push rods that isn't utilizing the full opening of the valve.
Yeah, I mean, when I put it together, I kind of suspected they were too short. He decided to put it together and put it on the dyno and see what the dyno says.
So it's making 450. It's making it strong. It's a really good pull. The throttle response now is way better than it was before. The car feels great. It sounds great. But we're missing quite a bit of horsepower. It's making good power. 450 horsepower, 450 torque. That's good ass power. Is there room for more? Well, I think we should order slightly bigger push rods and try again. But in the meantime, it's safe to drive.
Yeah. That's exactly what we're gonna do.
All right, she's good to go. Brian's in the car. You gotta do the honors, buddy.
All right, here we go.
Don't forget the finger.
That was a practice run.
All right, let her be.
Out of gas.
You're out of gas?
Literally out of gas.
What the heck?
Fucking ran out of gas.
Okay, let's fill her up. Then you can do your victory pool.
I think this.
What a Brian move.
This thing goes through some gas, dude.
This feels right at home. I have seen you stranded a lot running out of gas in this car, at least a solid 4 times.
I think the only car I haven't run out of gas in is my truck.
You ever ran out of gas in your car before?
Never.
Never.
I can't let that
Fuck you guys. I don't look at the gauges.
Remember, don't forget the finger. You didn't go to 5th?
No, I didn't go to 5th.
I saw the finger though, I'm proud of you. All right, so this is Brian's first legit drive in his car. There you go. As you guys know, this is the famous first test hit. Jesus Christ. It's so, oh my God. It's so casually rowdy. It's just like brum brum, and all of a sudden it's going fast.
Yeah, it's actually very fast. Faster than I thought.
Woo! Okay. He doesn't have to hit limiter for it to start getting rowdy.
None at all.
It looks insane.
Everything look good?
It looks insane.
That's good.
How does it feel?
It feels good. I feel like I need to dial in some
Suspension?
like, suspension and alignment, make sure everything's tight.
Dude, effortless.
That thing shreds. That's
So
sick.
good.
That is sick.
So easy. I'm out of gas. I need more gas to drip.
Oh, is that what happened? Yeah, you feel
it stalled.
sloshed?
It's so easy though, dude.
It looks ridiculous.
It's so fun. You can just sit there and go whoa, 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 and drive around at $3 grand. But if you want to, fucking send it.
Oh man, you're gonna ruin so many tires.
What does it look like from the outside? I mean,
It looks mean. It's sick.
I'm gonna come around this corner one more time, or maybe I should just go to the gas station.
Yeah, it's up to you. That's so cool. I love that. What a good car. This thing's gonna be so much fun to drive. V8 with BMW grip. Can't beat that.
Dude, this thing is too good.
Dude, you're gonna love that angle.
I
It looks so
love
fucking cool.
I know, and like I can barely feel out the angle here, but it's definitely a lot more.
This thing's gonna be insane.
Oh man, I'm gonna back this baby in every corner. I don't give a crap.
I feel like it'd be more fun in the back seat. See, it's a good angle.
Second gear.
Second gear? No way. Oh, yeah.
Dude, this thing, you're doing a donut at like 2,000 RPM. I love this.
Oh my God. Wow, that thing just goes, huh? Damn!
Oh man!
I couldn't keep up.
That is.
I was like tripping that whole clip.
That thing barks, dude. Oh man.
Light work.
Jeez. Look at those strips. Nice, consistent.
It's spinning those 265s like nothing.
Hell yeah, brother.
Felt amazing. Shout out to my OEM axles.
Love that.
Love that.
We made a little less power on the dyno, right? So be it. Are the push rods too short? I don't know. Usually when they're too short, you get a lot of top end noise. You get some other issues with it, but the throttle response feels great. The engine sounds great. It feels great. Could we go a little bit harder on the preload on the push rods? For sure. So we might try the next size up, give it a shot, see what happens. But we did dyno it in 4th gear today. As you can tell, the runtime was super short. It's super hot out, super muggy out. If we dynoed it in 5th gear like we should have, we just had to keep the wheel speed down. It probably would have made another 20 horse or so. So either way, let's try new longer push rods. It won't hurt. See what it does. If it doesn't do anything, then so be it. Sound good?
Sounds good.
That's all we could do, right?
That's all you could do.
That's all you could do.
Running and driving right now. Brian seems happy.
Brian seems happy. Other than the gas leak, he's pretty happy.
It's great.
It's great.
You guys need a ride?
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
This is good.
What am I sitting on? Oh shit, Donald.
This thing's pretty quick.
Not bad for a golf cart.
Yeah, street legal golf cart.
Any final words?
Donald, that's far enough. Naturally aspirated engines are awesome. It feels great, it feels awesome, it feels relatively easy, but still very fun.
Well, we're one step closer, right?
One step closer to drifting perfection, you know.
Well, he drove the car, survived the dyno session, did great, very happy with it. Now we have to spend the rest of the day preparing for this like hurricane we're supposed to have tomorrow. But this morning I spent the time and I took all the accessories and everything off the short block for the JZ so we can get this thing off the JP, decide if we're gonna go with standard size pistons, order those up and just get the ball rolling because it is time to get this thing ready for some serious jam. And I still gotta organize all this stuff. I think that's the hardest part about having multiple projects is just keeping track of all the parts. So, got a long night ahead, but I'm happy we were able to squeeze this in this weekend. So Brian was finally able to enjoy his car and he could smile a little bit more now.
I can relax a little bit. Honestly, we just got to step one. As crazy as it sounds, yeah, there's a million things I did to get here. But as far as dialing the car, this is step one.
Until then, I hope you guys liked the video. So you know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. And Bri?
Have a great night. Bye.